Welcome. Welcome to Quarantine with Styles, aka Driving with Styles. Hope everybody had a great Christmas, a great time with the family, some good eats, some good food, and watch some good sports. Now, I usually leave this out, but you guys can always reach me on Periscope. You can send your questions. You can send your questions via YouTube, etc. It's nice to when fans interact and give me some lively questions, and so we can banter about how you guys feel. Because there are some things that bother me so much, and I understand that fans are quote unquote fanatical. I really do understand that. Not gonna harp on that too much, but it's interesting that fans, I don't even know how to say it. But let me say this. I don't like to talk about men's basketball because there's already ungodly amount of guys who are already talking about it. So I tend to stay out of it. But the people who have followed me for some years with football know that I am 100% on players. And players are really the driver of wins and losses. It's really that simple. I think fans want to give coaches too much credit, and coaching is important. Don't get me wrong. You cannot make it in this league, especially without good coaching. So coaching does play a factor, no doubt. But it is so much player driven when you get to this level. And the team is suffering this year for a lot of reasons. And some people will call it excuses, but you can call it excuse, but it's factual. They're a young team. Didn't have the time, the normal off season, normal time to jail, etc. But my thing is, and I understand Kentucky fans see guys play their high school years, and they believe that they can replicate what they did in high school into college. It's not that easy. Now, I'm not a basher of players, period. I just see on football, I see what I see on film, and I just speak how I see it on film. Basketball Dante Allen is the most valuable 33% shooter in college that I've ever seen. It's weird that everybody is on their hind legs want to see this guy play. And I hope he's everything that everybody wishes for. I hope he comes on and pulls a Steph Curry, Dame Lillard, Bradley Beal, etc. type of performance. The thing about it is, when you coach a team in any sport, it's really never personal. Now, your eyes and your subjective evaluation of players might be differently than what the players see and also what the assistant coaches might see. Dante Allen is playing because the coaches don't trust him. And that's not bad on him. The guy's just coming off a freaking injury. What, a year ago? That's not shocking. They don't feel like he's ready. Yeah, he could have shot freaking 80% from three-point line in high school. It's a little further back, and you're playing against guys who are elite athletes, and you're playing against grown-ass men. It makes a difference. Same way B.J. Boston was dominating in California, and he comes here and playing against grown-ass men make a big-ass difference. The speed of the game is different. The IQ of the guys that you're playing are different. So I hope that the fans haven't put too much pressure and expectations on this kid. Because I guess apparently Cal has said, well, the other guys can't cut it. I haven't done well enough. Let me reach deeper into my bench and pull up somebody, see if they can do it. So what happened if he doesn't do it? How do we feel then? Are we saying, oh, I guess Cal was right. I guess he really wasn't ready. I think Cal has proven that he's a player's coach. I think he's proven that. And I would say every coach is playing the best player that they feel in their heart give their team the best chance. Now the fans and the players on the team might think different. Definitely the players, because everybody thinks that they're good enough to play. I'm just saying. It's just interesting how much fans are all on. I understand the local kid, though. I really do. But there's more to it. And just like there's more to it, the Brian Hudson thing is another thing that gets me. How fans feel like Kentucky is the destination spot. Like, oh my God, how did we miss out on Brian Hudson? He's a local kid. How are we not getting him? Because maybe the kid feels like he has not as good, his chances of playing here are not as great as he was playing at Louisville. Plus, he has a sister playing at Louisville. We don't need interior alignment. We have a center that's waiting in the wings that's ready, and Quinn Wilson, he's ready. Then we got, if Horsey is healthy, which from everything I've heard, he's healthy, you got Horsey and Cox coming back next year. So his chances of being an immediate player is more probably difficult here than it is at Kentucky. And I'm just being honest. And players have that right. And some fans get their underwear in a bunch because we didn't get the freaking transfer. Really? It's weird. Oh, well, we missed out. Oh, my God. This is the end. Really? So you think Brian Hudson would have made us a SEC championship team? Not saying the kid isn't good. All I'm saying is these kids have a choice. He made a choice to go to Louisville. It has nothing to do with us. He picked someone over us. Which happens to us too. It's just weird how some fans get all up in arms about some of the smaller things. It's like, really? Now, I love the passion, the enthusiasm, the all that, but some of it just gets out of whack sometimes. It's maddening to the point where I've seen fans get mad at Cal because of the way he talks during the press conference, because he's trying to protect his players and they feel like he's condescending. And some have said, well, we are paying your salary. Really? Do you think you guys are really paying Cal's salary? Or do you think the boosters are paying Cal's salary? I don't think the school is, I'm not sure that Kentucky, but there's some schools, they are state employees and their salary is public and they make a certain amount, and it's not the $5 million that you know and care deeply of. It's probably in the hundreds of thousands. And the boosters carry the remaining amount. So you're not really paying his salary. And he doesn't really, in all honesty, he really doesn't owe you either. He owes those players. And he owes the institution. It's hard to hear that as a fan, but man, sometimes it's like, get over yourself. It's deeper than that. Now, players love the support, the enthusiasm, and it comes with the territory of being a athlete, especially a professional athlete. It really comes with the territory of being a professional athlete. A student athlete, it shouldn't be so much because they're really a student athlete. But I understand that the school means so much to a lot of fans and it's personal and all that stuff. I'm gonna just say, when you're wrapped up so much into to a sport at an institution, just think about it for a second. There's a lot more important than that. Especially, I would have thought that this pandemic would have put things in a little bit more perspective, but apparently it hasn't. It's actually made it worse. Now, I know social media gives people so much access to players and so much information at your fingertips, but man, getting on social media and ragging players, on tagging them, man, that is still, these kids are, the majority of the basketball players are freaking 18, 19 years old. At least a football player, some of them are 22 years old, not quite men yet, but on the verge. Some of these kids just out of high school, man. And you freaking, really? It just pains me sometimes to see and hear and read some of the things that I read from our supporters, our fans. And the bad part about it is I'm really not regretting. I really hate saying this because there are some really great supportive fans who are fans through thick and thin. Trust me, I played on a team that was 1-10, and we still had support. I'm not talking about you guys. So you guys who know you are true fans, don't be offended because I'm not really talking to you. And you should know that. But it bothers me during this football and now this basketball season having some rough patches and how people have just been waiting. It's like they were around the corner just waiting to jump out and scare you because, oh, now I can say my piece. Because now my quote unquote, my favorite team is not doing so well. So let me just jump on. The funny thing about it is coaches don't forget how to coach. They don't. Now, if you say Cal, he won a national championship, how many Final Fours he's been to? Same thing with Stoops. He got the program when we were 2-10, or 2-9, whatever we were. And he's brought it to this point. And now I hear fans talking about, well, oh, he's living on the past and we should play tougher teams and And with that contract, all he got to do is win 7 games, and come on, man. But let me get off of that. I'm gonna stop belly aching about that. But I do have a couple things before I get out of here. This Dwayne Haskins thing bothers me so much. And it bothers me because I know some people say you should treat all the players the same. That's not humanly possible. The part that bothers me about the Dwayne Haskins thing is the peripheral people in his circle. He's the face of the franchise. He is the quarterback. I'm sorry, quarterbacks are treated differently than defensive ends and pass rushers and cornerback. Oh, they can get in trouble. Oh, they can do so many things, but the quarterback just can't. He just can't. And this is one thing that, to me, this isn't a race thing. This is an immaturity thing. And this is a thing of Dwayne Haskins not having the proper people in his circle to make him understand what is needed from a quarterback. Nah, BT Mac, I actually didn't see what Booger said. No, I didn't hear it. I'm just saying, the only thing I watch on TV, and I don't watch it every day, is I watch Get Up, and I watch it for my man Ron Clark. He's a Louisiana guy, and I watch it for that. But no, I don't know if that was on another show. But no, I didn't hear Booger's take. But this isn't a race thing. This is, again, Ron Haskins not having the right people in his corner. And it bothers me. Because did he not learn from Cardale Jones? Did he not learn from other quarterbacks in the past? Did his agent and his circle not understand from quarterbacks in the past? There is a expectation for quarterbacks. And it was true when I was in the league in 97, 98. Quarterbacks are the first one to the building, the last one to leave. That is just what you do. This guy made $10 million in 2 years. You have nothing else to do. You should be the first guy in, the last guy to leave. That's not asking too much for in essence, a 17-week season plus playoffs if you're lucky to make it. You're talking about 4 months of totally committing to your craft. See, I do agree with some of that, BT Mac. BT Mac says, if you don't see it, just basically saying, this is from, I guess, Booger McFarland, who is another LSU product, but just basically saying young players not taking the job seriously and more focused on their brand versus putting in the work. Now, I'm not sure Haskins was worried about his brand because he wasn't doing anything to really promote a brand. The thing about it is, here's the hard part for some of these athletes to understand. And it's very hard, especially when it hits you right now, is a lot of these athletes are just so gifted that it doesn't catch up to them until the NFL, which is really too late. They're just so gifted that they can just ease by with putting minimal work in and still being successful on a college level. Usually that end for most guys on the high school level and is a rude awakening for them when they get to the college level. But some guys are just that extremely talented and gifted that it hit them in the pros. And I think that is what happened to Haskins. He didn't have to put in the crazy time. Remember, Haskins wasn't supposed to be the starter. So he never really learned how to really put in work. Because by the time he was a starter, they were on game plan. And they had so much talent, and the system he ran was a little easier. And the defenses in the NFL are a handful. I promise you that. it's difficult, and I don't think he was quite ready for that, and he doesn't understand how to prepare himself, which is bothers me because his agent should have had him go to a quarterback guru to help him understand how to freaking prepare for games during the off season for the for the regular season. That bothers me. See, what bothers me is he didn't have the right people in his corner. He's an immature young man, which a lot of guys are. He's not the first and won't be the last. The thing about it is he didn't have people that was there or supposed to be there to protect him and to give him the advice and the real good advice on what he's doing wrong. It's really just that simple. If you're not preparing, this is what I get back to what I said earlier. If you can't gain the coach's trust on that level, during practice, he can't trust you in the game because his job is at stake. See, this isn't college. College usually keep a coach around for at least 2 or 3 years. The NFL has proven that you can be in and out in 1 year. Period. So for him to do the things, the one thing, and I'm gonna just say Chico was Ron Rivera, nickname is Chico, was a quality control guy at the Bears when I was there. Unbelievable man. Unbelievable. He has a presence about him. When he came in, it was we felt his presence. He didn't try too hard. It's just him. And he's a fair guy. He is so I trust him. And when I heard the things about the rumblings about him not preparing right, I'm like, oh God, no, not Haskins. Because he has the ability. See, the thing about it is Cardale Jones has the arm. Cardale Jones can spin it. Haskins can spin it. But everybody can spin it in the NFL. Shoot, Peyton Manning couldn't spin it. But you know what Peyton Manning had? It's here. You can't out-athlete the other side in the pros because the other guys are just as good. That's why they're in the pros. They are the 1%ers. And that's the part that bothers me, is the people in his corner did not prepare that guy for the rigors and what the expectations are for a first-round freaking quarterback in the NFL. You can't do the things. The quarterback can't do the things that the wide receivers do. When you get caught in a bad situation, it's worse. And it's sad that wasn't conveyed to him. I'm upset because that is simple. This kid has the talent. And everybody takes some time to understand how to read defenses. Because everybody say, well, a quarterback can't read defense. The defense in the NFL are totally different than defenses in college. It's just different. They will put stuff in the week before that they have never shown all season. They will run some trap coverages that they have not shown on film just to get you in this week. In the NFL, a game plan is really a game plan. They really change stuff up on the fly because they expect you as a pro. You got all week to learn and see and get it and execute whatever they change to their scheme to execute it on Sunday. That's the difference. And I know the kid can play because he has all the ability. I hope he can get with an organization. I hope someone picks him up, get with an organization that can teach him and help him become a better professional. It's really that simple. I don't think he's a bad kid. I just think he's immature. He's making some bad decisions. He's probably thought he was going to be a starter because he's a first-round pick, and then that doesn't happen. Then you got people in his corner whispering to his ear like, yeah, you should be starting, et cetera, and it's just a snowball. And it caught up with him. the visual of what he's done this year just wasn't good. And I'm like I said, I'm always on the player side, but I can't condone the things that he has done to put himself and his coach that is a cancer survivor and these players who have families in jeopardy for him to do something crazy. To me, it's just not right. I mean, wear a freaking mask. You can do whatever you want to in your free time, in your spare time. You can do all the things you want. But in this pandemic, you got 52 other brothers. Some of them have families. Some of them have kids, wives. Some of them have their parents living with them. You don't put everybody in jeopardy just because you're being immature. And you can't, as a quarterback, you can't make this into a news cycle. You just can't. And to say the things after the game, it is what it is, it's not good, man. In actuality, it's over. That's not the things that you can say as the leader and the face and the everything of your franchise. You just can't. I'm sorry. That's just what goes along with being a quarterback. And you reap the benefits if you are successful. I hope the kid gets back on his feet. I hope someone gives him a chance because I think the kid is really good. I really do. I don't think he's a bad kid. I just think he's immature. And the people in his circle, they need to be checked. And he needs to reassess whom he has close to him. Last thing I got to say. Man, if you don't know, I'm a big Patty Mahomes fan. I had him as my top quarterback in 2018. Big fan of his. I used to love watching him at Texas Tech. And I saw it. I was one of the few, I guess, that saw it. But Aaron Rodgers is the man this year. What he's doing after people have basically said he ain't going to finish this year. He's not going to be the starter next year. They drafted Love and he's going to be the face of the franchise. That's a lie. Aaron Rodgers still has a lot left in the tank. And if they give him another freaking receiver opposite Adams, they would be dead. Look at what he's doing now. Just imagine if he had a CeeDee Lamb or a DeAndre Hopkins, or let's say if even they would have brought God, name just slipped out of my what's it? I played for the call, wasn't that with the Ravens? What if they brought him in? Just somebody opposite of Adams. So teams can't roll coverages as much as they do. That would be humongous. BT Mac adds thoughts on Tua and Fitzpatrick. Woo. See, this is the problem. That's a tough one. That's a real tough one. Because Fitzpatrick can be Magic Man one day and be Houdini the next. He can disappear in a heartbeat. I can't. The problem is, though, man, I don't know. Okay, this is what I would do. I would start Tua. I would start him. But his leash would be short. And if he doesn't do what he needs to do, then I know I have a veteran whom is like Vinny Johnson. I just aged myself with Vinny Johnson. If you don't know who Vinny Johnson is, do your research on the Pistons. He's Vinny Johnson. He's a veteran. He's always prepared. He's smart. If you need him to come off the bench, I think he's your best bet. The problem is if you start Fitzpatrick and you need a spark, I don't think Tua can give it to you as much as Fitzpatrick can. So personally, I will start Tua and his leash is short and Fitzpatrick has to be ready. He might come in after the third drive. That's how I would do it. But Aaron Rodgers is, to me, clearly the MVP this year. And Mahomes had it to me, but these last 2 or 3 weeks, he just hasn't been on the same level as Aaron Rodgers. And that's just the truth. So to me, Aaron Rodgers with he's completing 7% of the passes. Then you got 41 touchdowns. Still have another week to play with 5 INTs the whole year. Come on, man. That guy, to me, is clearly the MVP. All right, man. Appreciate you guys watching. I don't know if I'm definitely gonna talk probably on Wednesday more about the NC State game and the Gator Bowl, because I won't be on Friday. So I hit you Wednesday with some game prep. I might do some film. I'm not sure. So I hope you guys, and I will see you on Wednesday, same time.